Mark Nicholls formed Information Professionals in 2005 after a longish career of delivering software development and business transformation programs in telecommunications, transport and government sectors here in Australia and overseas, including the US. Information Professionals provides ICT management and consulting expertise to government and other sectors across 6 capability areas or practices. Importantly, Mark was elected to the Queensland Council of the AIIA in 2013 and was appointed Chair in December 2014. Mark also chairs the Go Digital Queensland Industry Collaboration Group, in which we work very closely together with industry across the whole of the state, involved in a range of industry groups that are supporting their constituents in the adoption of digital business. If you'd join me in welcoming Mark to the stage.
Thanks, Andrew. As many of you would know, Simon Kaplan was Chair for a couple of years before I, and so quick recognition of Simon's hard work and commitment to the industry in that time. I took over as Chair in December of 2014, as Andrew just mentioned, and so this is really my first official duty. I did have a very short role about 5 minutes after I was appointed Chair at the AIIA Sundowners event just prior to Christmas. So that was pretty relaxed over a few beers, and so not the formality of this one. We do have another Sundowners event coming up in March or April, and sponsored by Telstra and a yet-to-be-named sponsor. There's free beer and also wine, and so yeah, we welcome along. Members, AIIA members and non-members are welcome, and so please keep an eye out for the details. This event is certainly more official, so let me start by saying that with some exceptions, it has certainly been a challenging time in recent years for the industry in Queensland, and the Industry Association certainly hears the views and opinions from many of you that I talk to and also other council chairs talk to, and so I just want to acknowledge the sentiment, and I think Adam summed some of that up in terms of the more rational view of that sentiment. That's certainly not a statement of the recent government anyway. There are frustrations, I think, which transcend governments, and that survey response reflects some of that. The nature of our work in this industry is certainly dealing with difficult problems and at times very complex solutions. And in some cases, the execution takes more than one term of government to execute, and certainly to gain a return on investment, it can take more than one term of government. And so this creates challenges for both the administrative and the parliamentary arms of government. But that alone isn't the only challenge. Our industry has challenges at times communicating our value proposition to some stakeholders. In some cases, the problem solutions are as clearly seen by others as they are by us. There's no doubt about that. In some cases, the benefits can be indirect. And I might add, in some cases, as an industry, we ourselves have very different perceptions of some of those problems and solutions. That adds to the confusion. And so in the government context, you layer up the election timing and the need for some of our investments to span multiple terms. And of course, we do have a big communications challenge as an industry, which government, of course, shares with us. Additionally, in Queensland, as many of you know, the Queensland government business does make up a very large proportion of economic activity in this state. And when government spending does slow down, it does impact this industry here locally. There are a couple of encouraging signs with the new government. Firstly, the scale of the MOG is minimal, and so we do hope that that reduces the disruption and helps decision making. And secondly, the AIIA was represented at the Premier's event last week, and the new Minister expressed her openness to consultation and was keen to hear more about our industry. So we are looking forward to that opportunity. The other thing that progressed, regardless of any change in government, was the ICT engagement initiative that Director General Sue Rickaby commenced last year, and Adam just described the start of that, which was the survey. And the real value, though, was in my view, was in the December and January forums that were held. The Director General recognised the need for a lot more collaboration and openness with our industry, and so initiated a co-design process with a joint team of industry reps and government representatives. on how we work together more effectively, more openly and more transparently. So there was a good selection of industry representatives there. Obviously a group like that can only include a representative. There's always going to be individuals that miss out, but it included representatives from Chamber of Commerce of Industry Queensland, from CEBA, from the Open Data Institute, IT Queensland, the Gold Coast IT Forum and of course the AIIA. There was also a number of representatives of government, including 3 government CIOs, which included the Queensland Government CIO Andrew Mills, who I think is here today as well. And there were some very honest opinions shared by both government and industry representatives alike. In some cases, government representatives were at times very critical in a constructive way of the way in which some policy was working, or perhaps in the way in which it wasn't working. As I mentioned earlier, it was a very good demonstration of openness, of transparency and of collaboration. And this is a style of dialogue that we need to welcome, identifying those areas of common ground where we can speak honestly and constructively about how we solve some of the challenges we have together. The Director General is coming up after me and we'll be talking more about where the program is at, where progress is at, to talk more specifically about the outcomes and to outline some next steps. As I understand it, Sue will also be seeking continuing input from the industry and the opportunity for each of you to make your own contributions. So I'd certainly encourage you to take that opportunity to do so and provide your input. So I'll close by wishing each of you a good luck for a successful 2015. I look forward to this initiative and working alongside you with that. And also I hope to see you at the next Sundowners event in about March or April. Thanks.